Last episode, two cyclists set out for a 35-mile gravel route in the wild and rugged Bald Eagle State Forest. Unbeknownst to them, conditions in the area were more winteresque than reported.
Conditions are a little variable.
Upon arrival, a command post was made and the adventurers began compiling options and weighing concerns. After some discussions, the crew decided to head out. They were prepared and determined, but also still humble and subordinate to the wilderness around them.
And give the ride a shot still.
The team enjoyed a beautiful modified route, but vowed to return one day to ride the intended route in full. In this episode, that obligation is fulfilled. So welcome to this episode, everyone. For this one, we're headed back down to Bald Eagle State Forest. If you recall, on the last episode, we left from Tea Springs picnic area and we had a relatively interesting ride through some snow, ice, and some mixed winter conditions out there. The route we had planned for that ride was a bit longer, but due to said conditions, we decided to cut it short to make it more feasible of a ride for the cards that Mother Nature dealt us that day. On this episode, we're headed back to Tea Springs and we're going to do that intended route that we had for that day. It's a little over 30 miles and we went over to another corner of the forest, which is actually in the Tiadaghton State Forest, and it did not disappoint. Some of the roads, the views, let's jump into it so you can see what we're talking about. So after loading up, we pulled out and headed towards Interstate 80, traveling down towards the Tea Springs parking area. We exited the parking lot and headed towards our first quick climb of Cooper Mill, which took us towards Duncan Trail.
Garden Hollow, left-hand turn, up the Cooper Mill, the Duncan Trail. Get in there. Now we got some gravel.
Duncan Trail is a 4x4 road that takes us from Cooper Mill over to Garden Hollow Road. At the end of Duncan, we took a right onto Garden Hollow and we're looking for a left onto Breon Road.
Now it's getting warm. Stand on the Breon.
I was a little quicker than last time.
Way quicker. Way quicker. And I rode in a straight line.
So what we were referencing there was last time we rode this route in the snow, it seemed like it took us about an hour to get to this spot, and today it seemed like nearly 10-15 minutes. At this point, we made a left onto 880, which took us up into this new section of Baldy / Tiadaghton Forest that I've never ridden in before, so we were excited to see what it would hold.
Climbing up through the gap on 80. In between both lanes. In between the west and east lanes of 80 on 880. Look at that guy. It says dead end 1 mile. Oh, I have to look that one up on the map. Tunnel under 80. Going up there.
And after a short while, we found our turn back onto gravel on Harbaugh Road.
Harbaugh. There's farm scene.
And it didn't take long for this section to start impressing us.
Ooh, going up.
And after a right turn onto Rocky Ridge Road, we had a nice cruise before we made a left onto this beautiful road, Robbins Run.
Look at this guy. Oh man. Got the sun, we've got the pines, we've got a stream, we've got beautiful gravel. Look at this. Gravel magazine, get your heart out.
And to add to the beauty, it finished with a beautiful stand of pines. At the end of Robbins Hill Road, we made a right onto Robbins Road, which started a bit as a rougher forest roadie, but then eventually opened up to your typical state forest gravel road. At the end of Robbins Road, we were on Shaw Mountain briefly before making a turn onto Falling Springs Road, which led us to our first beautiful vista of the ride.
Look at this guy.
After taking in the view, we continued on a beautiful descent down the rest of Falling Springs Road with some switchbacks to keep you on your toes, where we eventually intersected Gottschall Road. And man, this one was another beautiful streamside descent all the way back down to Route 880.
Look at this place. Oh man.
And after finishing the beautiful Gottschall Road, we made a right onto 880 and went through some crazy rock features.
Holy smokes. Look at these rocks. Whoa. God.
After a brief stroll on 880, we made a left turn onto Kalbfleisch Road, which was our last big grinder climb to the top, where we were looking for Walters Road, which took us back down towards Pipeline Road and back into Bald Eagle towards our car.
Infamous 5-way of the forest. Whew. This is the kind of climb I keep the e-biker at bay. Long gradual grinders. Ew.
So after the vista, we took Walters Road across the spine of the mountain and eventually descended Yarrison Road to 4th Gap, took us to Pipeline and then to Moan Mill, where we turned onto Zimmerman and then finally finished on a 4-wheel trail on Old Teespring Road.
4th Gap. Quick left up here on Pipeline. That's kind of like an up and over. I don't think it's any crazy. And that takes you basically to Moan Mill, I think.
Man, hope you enjoyed that one. You saw that little section where we dipped into Tiadaghton. What a beautiful area. Definitely want to explore that more. If you ever visit the Pine Creek area, a lot of that is Tiadaghton State Forest also, so plenty of beautiful stuff there. While on 880, we noticed another access area at Ravensburg State Park. So that's another spot where you can start adventures from and go further towards another direction of Tiadaghton State Forest out that way. So always a lot of options out in our PA State Forest. So get out there, grab yourself a purple lizard map, and start exploring. If you have any questions about your route, I'll post a Strava route down below and some other information. If there's some places that we're missing in Baldy that we definitely need to get to, let us know, leave a comment down below. That's going to be it for this one though, so till next time, coffee? Cycling? Take both. We'll see you out there.